Dear students and respected teachers, welcome to Kalarava Tutorials Chitradurga. In this video, it was explained that the theme based marks distribution of mathematics subject that was going to held on April 2023. So on 11th of this month, Karnataka Secondary Education Examination Board has put an order that in this year the question paper is of the model like 2019 and 20. So here in this video I have explained the model of the blueprint of the mathematics question paper that is prepared on the basis of the 2019-20. That is the Kseeb released the 2019-20 model question paper, that is scheme wise scheme based question paper. So I explain in that model in this video. So now we have to observe the order of the Kseeb that is released on the 11th July of this month. It says that the 2019-20 model is used for this year, for the April 2023 mathematics examination. So I take the blueprint of the 2019-20, that is based on the theme based marks distribution and also weightage to cognitive level, and also the weightage for the based on the type of the questions and also difficulty level. So these are the some that is dimensions used in that model. So I explain here that is the based on the dimension of those dimensions how the questions may appear in the future examination. So here we have to take the first dimension, that is the marks distribution based on theme. Here it is a theme based questions are appear. So now I have to observe this one. This is the theme based one. So here you observe the themes. It was the totally mathematics subject is divided into 7 themes. The first one is number system. In that number system, real numbers is included as a unit. And in second theme is algebra. In algebra, it includes 4 chapters: polynomials, pair of linear equations in 2 variables, quadratic equations, and arithmetic progressions. For this algebra theme, it was 26 marks is allotted. And for the number system first theme, it was 4 marks is allotted. So in this 26 marks, it may be distribution of the marks for the 4 chapters unequally, not equally, it may be unequally. For any chapter it may be more or it may be less for any chapter. And this is the third theme is coordinate geometry. In this coordinate geometry, the unit included is coordinate geometry only. So the marks allotted for this one is 5. And the next theme is trigonometry. In the trigonometry, there are 2 units are there: introduction to trigonometry and some applications of trigonometry. So for this theme trigonometry, there are two chapters, 9 marks is allotted. And there are internally changes of the marks distribution within the units of this scheme. For all the schemes, the marks distribution in between the units may be varies. And the fifth theme is statistics. The statistics includes the 2 chapters. One is statistics and another one is probability. So for this there is 9 marks is allotted. And the sixth scheme is geometry. It includes the 3 units: triangles, circles, and constructions. For these 3 units, it was allotted 17 marks. The last theme is the mensuration. The mensuration includes the surface area and volume. That is, and another one is area related to circles. For these 2 units, it was allotted 10 marks. So totally 80 marks is distributed in between the themes, theme based. So next we have to observe the another one, that is dimension 2. So in dimension 2, the marks distribution is based on the cognitive level. So the levels of the cognitives are like this. That is, one is remembering, understanding, application and analysis, and skill. So among these, for remembering, it was 10% of the marks is allotted, that is 8 marks, and for understanding 55% of the total marks, that is 44 marks, and for the third one, application and analysis, it was allotted 20% of the marks, that is 16 marks is allotted out of 80 marks. And for the last skill based questions, there are 15% skill based questions, the 12 marks is allotted for that one. So in this video I have to explain how many skill based questions are appear for the examinations also. So now we have moved on to the third one, that is dimension 3. So this is based on the marks distribution is based on the questions level, that is difficulty level we say. So it was the first level is the easy. The easy questions are of 30% of the easy type of questions are there. So the marks allotted is 24 marks is allotted. And for the average questions, that is 50% is allotted, that is 40 marks out of 80 marks is allotted. And for the difficulty level, it was 20% of the marks is allotted, that is 16 out of 80 marks is allotted for the difficulty level. So this is the one of the dimension of the marks distribution. So next we move on to the dimension 4, that is marks distribution based on the type of question level. So there are type of the questions level. So here we observe the questions type are like this. So one is of the multiple choice, that is 1 marks question, and there are 4 choices are there, we have to mark any one of that one. And second one is very short answers, that is also for 1 marks question. For multiple choice there are 8 questions are there, so 8 marks is allotted for that one. And in very short answers the 8 questions are there, and that is also for 1 question it is 1 mark, that is 8 marks is allotted. For short answers there are 2 marks per question is there, so there are 8 questions are there. For 2 marks questions it is allotted, that is 8, that is 16 marks is allotted. For long answers there are 3 types of long answers, one is 3 marks, 4 marks and 5 marks questions. For there are 9 questions of 3 marks questions are there, that is totally 27 marks is allotted for the 3 marks questions. And for 4 marks question there are 4 questions are there, therefore 16 marks is allotted. And the 5 marks question is only 1 question is there, that is 5 marks is allotted for that one. Here you observe the type of questions, totally 38 questions are there, and the marks allotted is 80 marks is allotted. These are the 4 dimensions, the marks are distributed on the basis of these 4 dimensions. Now I will show you a magic number here. You observe here there is a number is there 1 1 2 3 4 5 and 8 8 8 9 4 1. What is this number? Is this any mobile number, or is it any landline number? But no, this is a number, shows that the how many questions are how many type of questions are there and how many marks is allotted for that one, how many questions are appear for that one. Here you observe that is 1 marks question is there, that is objective type, 8 questions are appeared. And for the short answers question, 1 marks question, there are 8 questions are there. And for 2 marks question there are 8 questions are there. And 3 marks questions there are 9 questions are there. And also 4 marks questions are 4 questions, and 5 marks questions are 1 question. So this is the magic number here we observe. Now we move on to the marks distribution over the chapter wise, that is unit wise we have to take in here, but it is not a fixed distribution of the marks for any unit, it may be varied. So I take here 3 set of question papers and tallying the 3 type and comparing the 3 question papers of the, that is unit level, the distribution of marks per unit I have take and I compare the 3 question papers here. So I take first the number system. The number system includes the real number, that is the real number. The probable questions in this unit we observe here, it may be that is 1 marks 2 questions may be appear, and there are 1 marks 1 question and 3 marks 1 question may be appear. Here you observe, for 1 marks question what type of question may be asked in the examination. They asked that write the composite number as the prime factors. So you have to that type of question may be appear for 1 marks. And for 2 marks in this real numbers, to find the HCF of the two numbers using Euclid's division algorithm. By using the Euclid's division algorithm, we have to find out the HCF of any two numbers. That may be appear for the 2 marks question. And for 3 marks question, application problems of the LCM, or it may be to find the LCM of any numbers which are in the application level forms. And also the question may be appear like this: prove the number as a irrational number. That means prove that root 2 is an irrational number, or prove that root 3 plus 2 is an irrational number. That type of questions may appear for the 2 or 3 marks may be appear. So these are the comparison of the, that is, question papers. The question appears in the real numbers. So now we move on to the next one. The algebra. There are 4 units in the algebra. One is polynomials, pair of linear equations in 2 variables, and quadratic equations, and also arithmetic progressions. There are 4 units are there. So I take here first the polynomials. The probable questions in this unit is it may be 1 marks 2 questions and 3 marks 1 question, totally 5 marks. Or it may be 2 marks 2 questions and 3 marks 1 question may be appear. Or it may be 1 marks 2 questions and 3 marks 1 question may be appear, totally 5 marks. In this type there are 3 question papers. These are the 3 question papers comparison in this polynomials unit. Out of the 3 question papers, the marks distribution is like this. So here you observe 1 mark question. It may be, the question may be like this: to find the zeros of the polynomial. That is 1 marks question. And for 2 marks, to verify the zeros of the polynomial. Zeros of the polynomial is given and a polynomial is given there. We have to substitute the zeros and to verify they are the zeros or not. So that type of question may be appear for 2 marks. And for 3 marks, divide the polynomial by another polynomial. So here we have to divide the by actual division. We get another polynomial. So this is the division of the polynomial may be asked for 3 marks. So the second unit in the algebra is pair of linear equations in 2 variables. The probable questions here appear is like this. It may be 2 marks 1 question, 3 marks 1 question, and 4 marks 1 question, totally 9 marks. And 1 marks question is there, and 3 marks 2 questions are there, totally it may be 7 marks. And 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 1 question, and 4 marks 1 question, it may be total 7 marks is for the pair of linear equations. Here you observe how many types of questions are in 1 marks question. So 1 marks questions may be asked on the basis of the, that is, graphical method of the pair of linear equations. So that may be equations are intersect each other. That means they have to given 2 linear equations, and by using the 2 linear equations we have to find out the ratio. That means A1 by A2, B1 by B2, C1 by C2. On the basis of the comparison of the ratio, we have to find out that equations are intersect each other, are parallel each other, or coincide each other. So that is for objective type question, it may be appear. And also by using the same ratio method, we have to find out the solutions of the equations. That means the solutions are unique, or the solutions are infinite, or there is no solution for those equations. That result also we can find out for the 1 marks question. And another type of question is for 1 marks also. That means the solution is if the two equations are consistent or inconsistent. That means that type of question is also asked for 1 marks in this unit. And for 2 marks, to solve the pair of linear equations in any method, there are 3 methods are there. You have to solve the pair of linear equations in any one of the method. You have to use any one method. So for 3 marks questions, there are application problems or on the fraction type of problems. That means there are application problems in the pair of linear equations. You have to convert that into equations and then solve the pair of linear equation. That type of questions may be appear for 3 marks question. And for 4 marks question, we observe here to solve the equations graphically. That means to plot the graph. They given the two pair of linear equation, you have to solve them by using the graph method. So these are the distribution of the marks in the unit pair of linear equation. So then we have to move on to the next chapter. Now we move on to the next unit, that is quadratic equation. The probable question in this unit is like this. It may be 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 1 question, and 3 marks 1 question. The totally number of marks is 6, and it may be 1 marks 1 question and 3 marks 1 question may be appear, totally 4 marks, and 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 1 question, and 4 marks 1 question may be appear, totally of 7 marks. So the 1 marks questions are like this, that is to find the roots of the quadratic equation, or to find the discriminant, or to find the sum or product of the roots of the quadratic equation. So for 1 marks there are questions are like 2 marks questions are like this, to solve the quadratic equations in formula method or completing square method or factorization method, or to write the nature of the roots of the equation. They given the equation and they have to find the nature of the roots of the equation. The 3 or 4 marks questions are application problems in the quadratic equation. Now we move on to the next chapter, that is arithmetic progression. The probable questions in this unit are 2 1 marks questions and 1 4 marks question may be appear. Or the second model is that is 1 marks 1 question, 3 marks 1 question, and 4 marks 1 question may be appear. Totally 8 marks questions may be in the arithmetic progression, and 1 marks 1 question, 2 marks 1 question, and 4 marks 1 question. So totally it may be 7 marks. The marks distribution may be varied from one question paper to another question paper. So like this the questions may be appear in the arithmetic progressions. So here for 1 marks, to find the that is a, d, n or nth term, out of these 4 terms there are 3 terms are given. To find any one term, that is for 1 marks. And for 2 marks, to find the sum of n terms of the AP, or to find out the nth term of the AP. There are 2 marks questions are both on the nth term, to find the nth term, and to find the sum of the n terms of the AP. And the for 3 marks question, it may be to find the terms of AP by giving the sum of AP and nth terms of the AP. The application level type problems also asked for 3 marks also. And for 4 marks, to find the terms of the AP by giving 2 sums of the AP. It may be 2 SNs are given and you have to find out the terms, first 4 terms of the AP, like that questions may be appear. Or they given the 2 nth terms of the ratio of the nth terms. They given the ratio of the 2 nth terms may be given, and to find they asked to find the terms of the AP. And also another type of question is there, and they given the sum and product of the first 3, 4 or 5 terms, or they given the sum of the first 3 terms and product of the first 3 terms. or it may be sum of the first 4 terms of the AP and product of the 4 terms of the AP may be given, and they have to ask to find out the first 4 terms of the AP. Like this, the questions are appeared in the arithmetic progression. And then we move on to the coordinate geometry. In coordinate geometry, the probable questions are like this. It may be 2 marks 1 question and 3 marks 1 question, totally 5 marks, and 2 1 marks questions and 3 marks 1 question, it may be totally 5 marks, and 2 marks question is 1 and 3 marks question is then, that is totally 5 marks question. 5 marks questions may be appear in the coordinate geometry. And you observe 1 marks question may be like this: to find the distance between the origin and a point, and here one point is given, and to find the distance between the origin may be asked. Or in the second type, 2 points are given or 2 coordinates are given, to find the distance between the 2 points, or it may be to find the coordinates of the midpoint of the 2 points. 2 coordinates are given to find the midpoint of the coordinates. So in this type, 1 marks question may be appeared in the coordinate geometry. And for 2 marks, to find the distance between the 2 points, by using the distance formula, we have to find out the distance between any 2 coordinate points. Or the question may be like this: to find the ratio of the by using the section formula, to find the ratio of the terms, ratio of the, that is m1 and m2. Or to find the coordinates of a point which divides the line segment, or they may be asked to find out the ratio, or they may be asked to find out the coordinates of the point that divides the line segment. So, and there are 3 marks question is there: to find the area of the triangle by using the formula, to find the area of the triangle when the 3 coordinates are given, or to find out the perimeter of the triangle. They may ask to find out that one also. So these type of questions may be appear. And also for 3 marks, on the basis of the section formula also, the questions may be appear for 3 marks. And then we move on to the next one, that is trigonometry. In trigonometry, there are 2 units are there. One is introduction to trigonometry, and second one is some applications of trigonometry. So out of that, first one is introduction to trigonometry. In this chapter, we observe that there are 3 1 marks question may be appear, and 2 marks question may be appear. Totally 5 marks question is there. And it may be 2 1 marks questions and 1 4 marks question. Totally 6 marks questions may be appear in trigonometry. That is introduction to trigonometry. And also another model is there, that is 1 marks 2 questions and 3 marks 1 question may be appear. So this is also totally 5 marks questions. So for 1 marks in this introduction to trigonometry, to find the value of the angle by giving trigonometric ratios. Here they given the trigonometric ratios and asked to find out the value of the angle, that is theta. Or to find the ratio by giving the another ratio. They given sin theta, ratio of sin theta, and they have to ask to find out the cosec theta, sec theta, tan theta. The maybe for 1 marks question, the question are like that one, by giving the ratios. And for 2 marks questions, that is solved by using the trigonometric identities. That is simple problems based on the trigonometric identities. Are the questions also on the basis of the standard angles, that is sin 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. On that basis also 2 marks questions may be appear. And here we have to know the 3 or 4 marks questions solved by using the trigonometric identities. That is some lengthy problems are given in that one. And now we observe the second chapter, that is some applications of trigonometry. In this chapter, it may be asked only 1 question for 4 marks, or it may be 1 marks 1 question and 2 marks 1 question may be appear. Totally for 3 marks this chapter. and it may be 1 marks 1 question and 3 marks to 1 question. Totally 4 marks question may be appeared in the applications of some applications of trigonometry. And for 1 marks we have to observe that to find the angle or side by giving a diagram of the right angle triangle. They given the right angle triangle and they given angle, and to find out the another one side of the triangle, or they given the side of the triangle and to find out the angle of that one of the angle of the that triangle. It may be like that. And for 2 marks questions, that is to solve the application type problems. For two, they given only one condition, or they given the height of the building and to find out the distance of the point that is observed. So there is angle of elevation is given, angle of depression is given. They have to find out the height of any object or the distance. And for 3 or 4 marks to solve the application type of problems, they given the problems like 2 situations. One side they given the angle of elevation, and for another one they given the angle of depression, or both angle of elevations are given. They have to find out the distance between any 2 objects or height of the object. Like that there are application problems are asked for 3 and 4 marks. And then we move on to the statistics. Here the probable questions are like this. It may be they may be asked for 2 questions for 3 marks. 2 questions are of 3 marks, totally 6 marks are there. One question is for 3 marks and another is for 4 marks, totally 7 marks may be appear. Or here also 2 questions of 3 marks they ask in the one model. And there are 3 marks questions are there. There are no 1 and 2 marks questions in this statistics. So for 3 marks question they have to ask to find out the mean, or it may be median, or it may be mode. That is Ogive curve may be given for 3 marks question also. So there are three type of questions are there. They given the data, and for using the data you have to find out the mean, median and mode of the given data. And for 4 marks questions there is a question like this: find the mean for the given data. Here also they given the data and you have to find out the mean of that given data, and then by using the formula that is related to the mean, median and mode, you have to find out the median for you by using that formula. So this is 4 marks question type may be asked like this. And another chapter is there, that is probability. So in this unit 1 marks 1 question and 2 marks 1 question may be appear, or only 1 marks 2 questions may be appear. Like this only 1 marks and 2 marks questions are only asked in this probability. So 1 marks questions are like this, that is to find the probability of an event. They given the event, that is a coin is tossed or a dice is rolled, that type of questions, to find the that is the resultant set of the that event. Or they have asked to also find out the elementary events. Elementary events are also asked, and complementary events are also asked for 1 marks question. And then we observe for 2 marks question, they may be asked to find out the probability of an event. That is an experiment is given, that is a coin is tossed. When a coin is tossed, or the dice is rolled, the 6 numbers dice is rolled, or in a 52 card set, 1 card is drawn from a bundle of the 52 cards. Like this there are so many questions, problems are there. They have to ask for the 2 marks question to find the probability of an event. So then we move on to the next, geometry. So in geometry, triangles is there. So in the triangles chapter, the questions may be like this: 1 marks 2 questions, and 2 marks 1 question, and 4 marks 1 question. Totally there are 8 marks on this unit, that is triangle. Or it may be 2 marks 1 question and 5 marks 1 question may be appear, that is totally 7 marks. And here also the same as like the first model question paper. So now we observe the how much what type of 1 marks question is there. For 1 marks question they ask that is to write the statement of any theorem. That means to write the state Thales theorem or state Pythagoras theorem. Like that, to write the statement of the theorem, 1 marks question may be asked. And also the questions is based on the Thales theorem and Pythagoras theorem. By giving a diagram, they have to find out the ratio of the any two sides of the on the basis of the Thales theorem, or to find out the one side of the right angle triangle on the basis of the Pythagoras theorem. Like that, 1 marks questions may be appear. And also the questions that is based on the area of the triangle or the AAA criteria. Here in the area of the triangle, they given the two areas of the triangle, ratio of the two areas of the triangle, and asked to find out the ratios of the two corresponding sides. So in this type questions of 1 marks may be appear. And now we observe the 2 marks questions, that is problems based on the theorems of the triangle. So on the basis of the theorems of the triangle, problems may be appear. That is on the basis of AA criteria or area of the triangles, or it may be on the basis of the Thales or Pythagoras theorem. They have to ask for the 2 marks. And for 4 marks, that is prove the theorem when statement is given. The statement of the theorem is given and you have to write the proof of the theorem. That is for 4 marks. And there is another possibility of the 5 marks question is also there. So for 5 marks questions, they have to given like the question like state and prove Pythagoras theorem or state and prove Thales theorem. So like that question is asked, you have to, for 5 marks, you have to write the statement also and also proof of the theorem. Both statement and proof of the theorem, that includes totally 5 marks. So this is the appearance of the questions or distribution of the marks in the chapter triangle. Then we have to move on to the circles. So in circles, there are only one type of distribution of marks is there. That is 1 marks one question and 3 marks another question. So the 1 marks question is like this. They have to find out the length of the tangent of a triangle or the number of tangents drawn to a circle. That is from external point or from the point on the circle, how many tangents are given, number of tangents. So in that type 1 marks questions may be appear. And another 3 marks is for the proof of the theorem. Proof of the theorem. There are 2 theorems are in the circle. They have to ask any one theorem to write. Or it may be other than the theorems, they may be asked to solve the problems on the circle chapter. So that may be also appear for 3 marks also. So then we move on to the next one, construction. In the construction chapter, there are 2 marks 1 question or 3 marks 1 question, or it may be 4 marks 1 question. 2 marks, 3 marks and 4 marks. In the last year, the 3 questions are appeared in the this chapter, that is 2 marks 1 question, 3 marks 1 question and 4 marks 1 question. But on the basis of the question paper, that is 2019-20, it may be only 2 questions are appear. It may be 2 marks 1, 3 marks, or 2 marks 1 question and 4 marks 1 question may be appear. So for 2 marks, they have to ask to draw or construct 2 tangents to a circle. That is construction or draw of the tangents to a circle. That is, or it may be another question is there. You have to divide the line segment for the given ratio. By using the ratio, you have to divide the line segment. That type of question is also asked for 2 marks. And for 3 marks or 4 marks, you have to construct the triangle. Construction of the triangle to the given triangle. They have to given a one triangle. For that, you have to construction of the similar triangle to the given triangle. That is the question for 3 or 4 marks. The next unit is the mensuration. In the mensuration chapter, mensuration part, there is area related to circle is one of the unit. So in this one, area related to circle, 3 marks 1 question may be appear, or 1 marks 1 question and 2 marks 1 question, totally 3 marks may be appear. These are the two types of themes, distribution of the marks in the area related to circle. That is, 1 marks question is like this: to find the length of the arc of the circle. By using the formula you have to find out the length of the arc, or it may be they have to ask to write the formula. What is the formula for finding the length of the arc of the circle, or what is the formula to find out that is sector, the area of the sector in the circle. So those type of formula may to write the formulas for 1 mark question, or for 2 marks question they may be asked 2 or 3 marks to find the area of the shaded region. That is, they given the diagram and to find out the area of the shaded region. And then we move on to the surface area and volumes. In the surface areas and volumes, there are this type of questions may be appear, that is 1 marks 2 questions and 5 marks 1 question may be appear. Here you observe 5 marks question is from triangle or from the surface area and volumes. There are possibility of 5 marks question from only 2 units. It may be from the triangle or it may be from the surface area and volumes. So we have expect that the 5 marks question may be from these 2 units. Here we have to observe the second model, that is 1 marks 2 question, 2 marks 1 surface area and volume. So 1 mark question may be like this: to write the formula of the surface area and volume of any solid. They have to ask to write the formula. And also the 1 marks question is like this: to solve the problems based on the surface area and volume, simple questions. To solve the simple questions they have to ask for 1 mark. And for 2 marks, to find the area or volume of the given solid. That is also some simple questions are asked to find out the surface area or volume of the given solid. And for 3 marks, you have to observe that to find the surface area or volume of the given solid, or to solve the problems of the frustum of the cone, that is volume of the frustum of the cone may be asked. And for 4 marks or it may be 5 marks question. For 5 marks they given the to find out the surface area and volume of the combination of the solids. So there are combination of the solids are given, and here they ask to find out the surface area or volume of that solid. So in this type there are distribution of the marks in the all units. So now we have to observe some that is some hints here. I given some hints here. So a theorem of 4 marks or 5 marks or a theorem of 3 marks may be appear. The theorems are like this. They may be as Thales theorem or converse of the Thales theorem. Thales theorem is also called that the BPT, that is basic proportionality theorem. And also the theorem of AAA similarity criterion theorem, that is angle similarity criterion theorem. That type that theorem may be also appear for 4 marks. And theorem on the area of the similar triangles are also it may be appear for the theorem. And Pythagoras theorem is asked for, it may be 4 marks or it may be 5 marks. And also converse of the Pythagoras theorem. So these are for 4 or 5 marks. And at last there are theorems for the circles. It is for theorem of the 3 marks. The 3 marks theorem is on theorem of the circles. So now we have to observe the questions based on the skills. So in the distribution of the marks on the based on the cognitive area, we have to observe that on the based on the skills there are 12 marks, that is 15% is there. For the distribution of that marks for the skill based questions are like this: solve the graphically a pair of linear equations. To solve the pair of linear equations in 2 variables by using the graph, that is the one of the skill question. or to draw the ogive curve for the given data to find the median there, and also to find the construction of the similar triangles. For the given triangle you have to construct the similar triangles, that is also the skill based question. Or to divide a line segment for the given ratio. For given ratio you have to divide the line segment, that is also the skill based question. And also construction related to circles, that is construction of the tangents. So these are the skill based question for totally 12 marks or 15% question is there. So there are internal choice questions are appeared in the exam. So what are those internal choice? The internal choice may be within the themes. So they have to give the questions for, that is R questions are given. They given 2 questions. Out of 2 questions we have to write any one of the questions. The 2 questions asked there is, that is related to only one unit, or it may be it is related to only one theme. If the theme is included 3 or 4 chapters, it may be from the different units also they may be asked the internal choice questions. There are 20 marks internal choice is there. So internal choice questions are there. The questions are like this, that is 4 marks, 1 question is for internal choice question. That means 2 questions are given for 4 marks in 1 question. You have to write any one of that one. And out of 4 questions only 1 question is for internal choice. And here there are 3 marks questions or 9 questions are there. There are 4 questions are for internal choice. For 4 questions they have to given 2 questions. You have to write any one question out of that one. And there are internal choice questions are 2 marks questions are 2 questions are there. There are totally 8 questions of 2 marks. Out of that one 2 questions are for internal choice. So these are the internal choice questions given in the question paper of the mathematics. You have to appear in April 2023. So this is the distribution of the marks about in between the themes and also in the units we have to observe. So thank you for watching.